Africans versus Americans. The biggest mindset differences. All right, let's get into it. Have you ever noticed how Africans and Americans see the world completely differently? Like, in America, turning 18 means pack your bags, you're on your own. But in Africa, you're 30, you're still living with your parents. Good, stay. Who's going to take care of them? Or how an American will tell you, time is money, and an African will say, relax, my friend. Time is made for people, not the other way around. See? Different worlds, different mindsets. And trust me, today's conversation is going to be spicy, funny, maybe even a little controversial. But hey, that's what makes it interesting, right? So sit back, grab a drink, and let's break this down. Time. American time versus African time. Let's kick this off with something everybody can relate to. Time. If you've ever scheduled a meeting with an American, you know they don't play with time. When they say the meeting starts at 10 a.m., you better be logged in at 9:55 a.m. or you're considered late. In fact, punctuality is everything to Americans. For them, time is directly tied to productivity. If you waste time, you're wasting money. Now let's talk about Africans and time. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Africans have their own vibe. The wedding starts at 2 p.m. Let's show up at 5 p.m. No stress. In African culture, time is more like a suggestion. Events have an official time, but the real party doesn't start until hours later. I mean, just try inviting an African to a party. You tell them, come at 7 p.m., and they're like, okay, is the food ready? The reality is, Americans tend to be efficient but stressed, while Africans are relaxed but unpredictable. Now be honest, who's actually winning in this race? Efficient stress or relaxed unpredictability? Let me know in the comments. Individualism versus community. Now let's talk about something big. Individualism versus community. In America, freedom is everything. By the time you hit 18, you're expected to move out, get a job, and figure life out on your own. It's like this idea that independence is the ultimate goal. Americans are all about doing their own thing. And if you're not independent by 25, well, you're kind of seen as a failure. But then you look at Africa, and family is the foundation. In Africa, you don't just live with your immediate family, you live with extended family. Aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. If your uncle has a problem, that's your problem too. And let me tell you, it's not just about living together, it's about shared resources, responsibilities, and making sure everyone is taken care of. When it comes to money, Americans say, my money is my money. And Africans say, your money is our money. So here's the question. Do you think independence is more important? Or do you value the strength of community? Let's hear your thoughts. Money. Spend versus save. Let's talk about money, shall we? In America, people are always on that hustle grind. It's like everyone's trying to make money, flip investments, and build their empire. The culture is risk-taking, where teenagers are talking about stocks and real estate as if it's nothing. But then you look at Africa and the mentality shifts. Africans are about survival first. Money isn't just something you make to live the dream. It's something you make to survive, to secure your future, to support the family. If you buy something nice like a $5 coffee in Africa, your mom might give you a side eye and say, hey, that's enough to feed the whole village. And don't even think about splurging on things like gadgets or eating out. It's all about saving for that rainy day. While Americans are spending their money on the latest gadgets and experiences, Africans are stacking it up, hoping to enjoy life when the time is right. So who's right here? Do you live in the moment and spend your money? Or do you plan for the future and save? Drop your thoughts below. Love and relationships, dating versus marriage pressure. Let's get a little spicy now and talk about dating and marriage. In America, dating is like a long Netflix series. You start slow, get to know each other, and sometimes just go with the flow. The American dating game is all about casual relationships. If you've been dating for 5 years, it's no big deal. You don't have to be rushing to get married. But now let's talk about dating in Africa. In African culture, Marriage is kind of like a social contract. It's not just about the two people, it's about the entire community. Once you hit 25, the pressure starts to build. Your parents will start asking, when are we meeting his family? Where is your dowry? And in case you didn't know, an African wedding isn't just about you and your partner. It's about the whole village showing up. Even people you've returned